Hey there, this is the one Boom, and I just got done playing some matches on the, I guess you could call it new, Airbase map in Modern Warfare, and it's just, I don't care. Like, guys, a lot of you might want me to make content on this. So many of you were in my live stream chat saying, hey, new content got added to Modern Warfare, and I'm here to tell you, this is not new content. I private matched on this map multiple times. I'm gonna say 5 or 6 times when it was added because it wasn't in normal rotations, at least not that I could find. So I already knew this map existed. You know, it's been months and now it's finally in the game, so I guess I can't complain anymore, right? Well, if this map was in a 4-map map pack, then I would be okay with it, but because this is like the only 6v6 content we've gotten in the last 2.5 months, 2 months now, I don't even know, maybe it's 3, I just don't care anymore. Like, I don't care. I played 4 or 5 matches of it and I'm bored of it already. Like, I like that it's complex. I like that it isn't the most basic thing in the world, but I also think it's a little too complex. I think it's a little too porous. There are so many doors and windows, and I don't complain about doors. Anybody who's watched this channel knows I don't care. But what I'm saying is, even though I'm okay with complex, messy maps with lots of windows and doors, this map seems to be only windows and doors and places for people to snipe from, and choke points for people to watch. It's very campy, and on the other side, it's also very good for flanking. You know, that's the thing about big porous maps with lots of buildings, windows, and doors, is just as easily as you can camp, you can sort of snake your way through the environment if you're skilled enough, you know, and you can kind of turn the map into Swiss cheese as you carve out pathways, you know, and that's fun, and I think that's cool and all, but I think this map goes a little bit overboard. I think it's a bit too messy. Maybe objective game modes would be fun, but the 24/7 playlist only just kept giving me Cranked and TDM, and I think Grind at one point, and I didn't find that very fun. I don't really enjoy those game modes. Yeah, my experience of playing wasn't very good because of this. You know, I'm not playing game modes I enjoy, and the moment I started doing better, I got SBMM'd so goddamn hard. Like, I was so rusty. I have not been playing it all this season. I do not care about Call of Duty at the moment. But the moment I started doing better, the moment my aim kicked in a little bit, my lobbies got so hard I just didn't record them. They're the most mediocre 1 KD, just shit fest I've ever seen. Like, I absolutely had zero fun after I had 2 good games. So 2 warm-up games, 2 good games, and then 2 miserable, sweaty games full of AS Vals, and so I was just a little bit done. And in general, I'm sick of this style of content release. I'm just angry with it, guys. I'm just done with it. I'm so sick of getting drip-fed mediocre content. Like, we knew that Kill House was in the code for months. It finally gets added. Then the Psychov gets added, even though the Psychov has been in the game for months. And the Scorpion and RAL LMG, or whatever they're called in the game, CX9 or whatever, they're both in the game. They're both in the code. I think people are picking them up in Warzone, but, you know, we have to wait probably another week or 2 to get those. I'm so sick of being drip-fed the bare minimum. And you might think, well, Modern Warfare is out of its life cycle, and I agree with you, but Cold War, in my opinion, same thing. It's being drip-fed, mediocre, recycled content, and I'm sick of it. I didn't love it in Modern Warfare 2019, but I was okay with it. But now, I hate this. I have nothing to be excited for. It's like, hey, yeah, 1 new map. Cool. This is the first new, non-recycled map since Modern Warfare's life cycle ended. Okay, neat. I can play that for 4 or 5 times in a row, and then I start to get a little bit bored as I start to learn it. And this map's cool because it does take longer to learn. At least it's not one map being added that's so simplistic you'll learn it halfway through your first TDM on it. I'm glad that it's a little bit more complicated than that, but I feel like I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel for compliments. And you might think, well, you're trying to be a little too overly critical here. You're trying too hard to be negative, and I'm really absolutely not. This is a paid live service game. And when the live services are this shit, I wonder why did I pay for it? And again, you might think, boom, MW's out of its life cycle. I don't care. That is not a relevant piece of information for me. They are still releasing content to it, they're just doing it so poorly, it hurts to talk about. And yeah, I'm gonna be a little dramatic about it because it's upsetting to me. Like, anytime you're upset about a video game, you're kind of being dramatic. So I fully embrace that. But what the hell? Like, I have no reason to be excited for scraps being tossed at my feet by a company that charged me $60 entry fee, and I had a good year out of Modern Warfare. but I've also put in money into their microtransactions, and I'm wondering, hey, did all that money go to Warzone? Because I'm not a Battle Royale guy. I don't like plunder for long periods of time, if at all. I don't enjoy it. I find it to be boring. I would like to play 6v6. I want 6v6 content. 6v6, as far as I'm concerned, much more than any Battle Royale that exists, lives and dies on updates. New weapons, new equipment, new meta changes, and new maps. Because 6v6, if you're into that style, you're gonna fully agree with me. You're gonna know what I'm talking about. Because 6v6 is more simplistic, if you don't have that variety, if you don't have the game tossing you more and more content, you burn out really, really quick. And I hate that I have every reason to believe that Sledgehammer's Call of Duty game is going to release with so much Warzone integration, you could kill a bird with it, but also not enough 6v6 content. So then you're gonna just have catch-up DLCs. And that's honestly what I think of with like Black Ops Cold War. Black Ops Cold War took 3 seasons to feel like a full game. You know, it's playing catch-up with itself. And you might say, well, then 6v6 is dead. Be a Warzone player or play Battlefield, you know, don't complain. And you know what? That is the most unhelpful, irrelevant comment you could leave me, and you don't even realize it. Honest to God, this is the heart and soul of Call of Duty. You want to pretend it isn't, Activision wants to pretend it isn't, it is. When I'm complaining that that's changing, and then you tell me, boom, that's changing, you're unhelpful. And I hate those comments. I wish there was a giant dislike button, just like there's a heart I can leave on your comments. I wish there was a nasty, big, red X, you're a retard button I could click on comments like that. Yes, I'm perfectly aware that the heart and soul of Call of Duty, and even if it wasn't, the reason I got into Call of Duty personally, subjectively, is dying. I get that. And so, thanks for letting me know. Thanks for letting me know while I'm complaining about that, because that's clearly what I'm complaining about. You add so much with that type of comment. Either way, the map is fine. It's just not enough to make me go sit down and grind Modern Warfare. It's not a chunk of content. It's a little bit of mediocre drip-fed content that I have zero interest in playing on unless they want to add those 2 new guns that I can level up and progress towards and rank them up. Then shut up. I don't want it. I don't want to play. See you when I see you guys. Yes, this video is negative. Feel free to point that out. That's entirely relevant information for the comment section.
Boom. Nah. Look at this. Hi, YouTube. Oh no, that is not the one. Oh shit. Sounds like them.